Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a daily psychic tarot reading, tuning into the day's energies, seeing what's up with the universe, seeing if we can tune into some, not we, I guess me, seeing, uh, tuning into the day's energies, what messages, what divine guidance that we can find. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. All right. So there is the full moon May 5th, Friday, tomorrow, from when I'm recording this. It feels very important. There's also the 5-5 portal. A lot of transition, a lot of unexpected changes, my unexpected shifts and changes. So, okay, in the past, we've got the Three of Swords in reverse. This feels like ooh, another three of wands. Yeah. I feel like you are someone who has been acquainted personally with Three of Swords energy. You are well aware of when someone, whether it's a romantic connection, a friendship, business, when someone is throwing you under the bus and listening to someone else, caring about spending energy with someone else, giving their energy and love to someone else, but then telling you, oh no, we're cool. We're cool. There's this energy in the past of, yeah, I don't do Three of Swords connections any longer. And so with the Three of Wands, it feels like something quite recently happened where you're like, I'm not going to take the Three of Swords. Someone trying to put you in a Three of Swords and you calling it out, you noticing it, you seeing it, and immediately, instead of, it looks like your response was, I'm out of here then. I'm very passionate. I'm leaving. I'm turning my back on this whole situation. I'd much rather go through the desert of uncertainty than deal with trying to make a Three of Swords situation work out. This feels recent. It's the past, but it very well could be the recent past. It feels like something previous experience with Three of Swords. It feels kind of like the cycle has repeated, but this time you're having a different response. Like you understand what's going on, you understand what this is, and so you leave the situation. I feel like in a prior connection, when you were put into Three of Swords, you were very confused. It was very confusing what's going on. I'm checking in with my person and they say everything's fine, but I know there's another person who is poisoning the connection. That's it. So it's Three of Swords, the way I'm reading it here, is allowing someone, it's someone you love, someone you have a very beautiful connection with. They allow someone else, a third party, to come in and poison your connection. And so you're no longer safe in that connection with that person because, yeah, they're, it feels like the third party, playing games, some karmic energy, playing games, playing a manipulation game, playing, playing competition. I like stealing people away from others. I have to be your only best friend. I'm going to be yours. It's like, I can't share with anyone. And so whatever combination of that it is, you have the big, I'm out of here. Yeah. That feeling of abandonment, like you feel like you just started getting the taste of like, someone energetically, mentally, emotionally, leaving you out in the cold. And you're like, oh, no, I choose if I'm going to be out in the cold or not. And I'm detaching from you, from this energy that you are, bringing to our connection. I'm disconnecting from you and that energy. Yeah. I feel like this is very healthy. Like, oh my gosh, okay, this a very similar experience just happened again, but the way you dealt with it is very different. Oh my God, Three of Swords in reverse again. So I love the vice versa tarot deck. We've got kind of a typical, you can see the front of the shield and the sword hitting the heart. But on the back of the card, we've got this knight, this person in the rain, looking at the swords from a different perspective, kind of after the battle. And it's actually in reverse. So I get the feeling that someone, boy, lots of threes. Wow, 3s and 5. This is I'm reading this two different ways. I feel like this is you, the knight, looking at the betrayal and deception from a different point of view. Feels like you're soberly analyzing it, pondering, using your intuition and guidance. And you see it for what it is, allowing someone to come in between a beautiful connection. It is what it is, but it feels like, again, I don't want to be a part of this. Also, it does feel like whoever poisoned the connection, brought in a third party and poisoned the connection, they haven't really had time and distance. It looks like they're really attached to this third party, and a very toxic. They're working through some really powerful lessons, or they can be repeating them. But it looks like there's a lot of mother wounds and obsession and just a lot of honestly, it looks like divine feminine and divine masculine toxic energies that are coming up. It looks like you're piecing out. I'm out of here. This is not for me. I've experienced this before, learned my lessons. Oh, thank you very much. go for it, learn these lessons, but I'm out of here. Right now, in current present time, got this divine energy, this divine rebalancing energy, temperance, Sagittarius. There's definitely some rebalancing. It feels like you're healing. It feels like you're, after whatever this is that happened in the past, recent past, it might be opening up and giving another layer of expression to a Three of Swords, prior Three of Swords experience. Timing feels very important around the moon and the 5/5 portal. I feel like it's coming up now so you can make some conscious decisions about what you want on the other side of the 5/5 portal. What these difficult lessons have taught you moving forward, finding that balance. You're very defensive right now. Yeah, your defenses are up. That might be the person in this connection in the past. You're very defensive against them. I feel like you might be a little defensive, like everyone. Like this has made you like, wait, who can I reassessing? I feel like you're reassessing. Is there anyone else or any type of energies, any type of cycles that you're finished with? It's not necessarily, quite honestly, that person or those people as much as the energies that they are stuck in that you're very defensive about. And rightly so. This is a lot of pain, betrayal, deceit. Yeah, so it's a breakup. It's a breakup of a partnership. It's a breakup of you and energies you're cycling out of that you no longer want to work with. It looks like nope, I can't do that. Because looking at the energies of everybody in this reading, it looks like there's too many different varying lessons to be learned. If they're core issues, so whatever core issues you've been working with that have been coming up to the surface throughout your life, maybe repetitive issues, there's something about this split. It's not, it feels like it's with someone in particular, but it's with this type of energy. It feels like you recognize your value. You're no longer in victim mode. You're not like, oh, this person did this to me. You're like, yep, all right, I recognize this. I accept it. It's like you're going through the paces a lot faster. I accept, what happened and moving forward. And you're healing and taking care of yourself. It does look like the person you're dealing with, the partnership, the partner that you're splitting with or have split from, is doing a little bit of a song and dance, trying to explain to everybody what happened. Like, I'm not sure they even know what happened, but damage control. Because I don't think that they can fully have, at least right now, the level of betrayal that they brought to you and to those around you. So, so right now they're weaving stories. That's kind of part of it, feels like, the problem in the past, weaving stories, half-truths. They changed their mind, they shifted, but they wanted to keep you and their new person as well. And because there's some value that you had, but yeah, it's really interesting. Feel like there's some difficulty with healing. I feel like this is quieting your mind. It's still, you're still trying to process what happened. You're still kind of like, oh my God, did this just, I mean, this came out, it feels like it came out of nowhere. I don't feel like you saw this coming. And so it's difficult for you to, I think it's like a nervous system. It's hard to calm your nerves down and quiet the mind and find peace right now. Feel like you're trying to figure out where you go now before you give yourself time to heal and come back into alignment and have energy. I feel like you are depleted and you're this wounded warrior right now. And I love the spirit. The spirit is like, I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm going to move forward, and I've got plans, and this is not going to stop me at all. However, what I'm getting is it's time to heal. Temperance. It's time to find your balance and find your alignment. That you'll have your victory. You've already had a victory recently. You will have more victories. But first you have to heal. Feels like this has depleted you. It feels like the energies around this full moon, the eclipse, 5/5 portal, like they're all converging at once, and it's a lot of powerful transition energy. Feel like you might be forgetting that not all work is action. Sometimes the work that we are doing is on an energetic, spiritual level. So allow yourself to rest, allow yourself to come into alignment. It's vibration first and then communication, vibration first and then action. So if you're out of whack vibrationally, you're not going to be receiving top shelf ideas, top shelf energies. So rest. Take your time. You have the time to do that. All right, 4 of Wands in reverse is in the center of your reading, the heart of your reading. Messages from your higher self. So this is kind of a lack of celebration. The party's over. I think of a lot of times the 4 of Wands as celebration, marriage, celebrating unions coming together. And so right now it's the separation, something's pulling apart. So what do we need to know about a union separating that our higher self wants us to know? Well, this leads to your victory. This is not happening to you. This is happening for you. So what I'm getting is that any obstacles, someone who says they're your friend, says you're your partner, says they're 100% with you, but then they allow someone else to come in and poison. This isn't about jealousy. Like, you have as many friends as you want, but allowing someone to come in and poison the connection, to tear people apart, manipulate. You really don't want to go forward with all this potential success that you're going to be having the opportunity to meet in the future with someone who is easy to turn, who's two-faced, who is willing to sell you out. You want people around you you can trust in your inner circle. So this is actually leading to a victory because you're releasing burdens. I think there are aspects about this connection and this person that are amazing, but you understand that they're coming as a complete package. You can't pick and choose what parts of the person you want. You can't fix them. So it's time to release this connection. This might affect your finances. This there's something about this connection where it leaves you, like the separation from this person, you're like, wow, I'm a little concerned about my independence, my ability to there's something, financial consideration, part of for some of you, something about this connection and this person had to do with your finances or has to do with your finances. And so there is that consideration. There definitely is. Interesting. But I feel like you're not connecting with this person emotionally. I feel like you've turned your back on this person with your emotions. Because there is love here. There's love, care. But it looks like right now, you're probably more in one's energy. You've got a lot of passion and fire. I feel like it takes a lot to get you going, to get you to erupt, explode. And this came very clearly, and there's a lot of passion, like, no, absolutely not. Fire, no. Maybe a little in your head, but no, I'm seeing mostly this is around core issues, and you're very passionate about, feels like you're resolute about this decision, and you're moving on. And again, turning your back on this energy. not necessarily the person, but the energy. And so if they're in that energy, then you're turning your back on that person. Yeah. Boy, that happened really quickly. Your ship has sailed. You're gone. There's nothing emotionally. You realize if there's poison in one cup, there's poison in all the cups. I think you, in a previous connection where you were put into Three of Swords, you realized that staying and staying and staying until all the cups are poisoned, and then you're like, well, maybe if I drink this cup, then the next cup won't be poisoned. Yeah, this is, boy, at least in present energies, it feels like you are very detached and moving on. All right, your challenge right now is the Empress. Yeah, your challenge right now is to be in that nurturing feminine energy, nurturing yourself. You've got some healing to do. So loving and nurturing yourself. I feel like this actually was an act of self-love, that you walked away from someone who you love. There's obviously love here. You have or had love for this person. But it looks like one of the lessons you've learned is I love myself more. And I have to always put myself first. And I'm not going to allow someone who is not valuing me or our connection and is sabotaging it. It's just not for me. It also feels like an invitation to remember not to make this person a monster, that this person is just exploring some really dark energies. So I feel like releasing judgment, and yes, healthy boundaries, but releasing judgment and hoping this person works through their cycles. Feels like, and also it feels like you're pregnant. Some of you might be literally pregnant, but mostly I feel like you're pregnant with a new idea, or there's something coming into the world that you're bringing into the world. So taking care of yourself. I keep getting self-care. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Yeah, for some of you, the challenge is to move away. I feel like some of you have difficulty separating yourself from these type of energies because who would I have? I'd be alone or lonely, or I don't know how to do it on my own, or just some worries about that. Like, I'd rather have someone around me who at least I know what their toxic traits are. But if I keep them around, then I won't be so lonely. But I feel like you're not trusting yourself to find better matches. You're not trusting the universe. You're not trusting your energy. You're not trusting that you're not trusting that you have value and worth, that if this person does not realize that someone else will. But first, you have to value and love yourself enough to take steps to take care of yourself. Nobody else will put you first and put the connection with you first unless you do. So if that's a hard out, as what I'm reading it, for some of you, that's not. You're still on the fence, like, I'm not sure, and that's okay. Make your own decisions. Don't let a tarot reader or anyone else convince you of what your choice, of what your answer is. And your challenge is to have a passionate new beginning, to acknowledge and accept an ending, but endings bring new beginnings. We are not in a world of straight lines, but energetically, there's cycles and curves. Things come back around. So yes, this is an end, but if you've done this enough, you realize after an ending and after you do the healthy processing, integrating, healing, like Velcro, separating out the pain from the wisdom. So you can just keep the wisdom, process the pain, and let that, you feel it, heal it, go through, and move on. And now you have wisdom. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of victim energy. It feels very empowering, painful, exhausting, but it feels like you're making some decisions. So, all right, that's your reading. I hope this is helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and leave me a comment. Let me know. I'm curious if this is a romantic connection for you, a business connection, friendship. If this resonated with you, what is this story? Are you the person who's feeling resolute and moving on? Or are you, if you want to share, having difficulty, like trusting that with an ending, there's a new beginning? I'm curious where you guys are in this. So, all right, that's your reading. Take care. Bye. Thank you.